continue today's press conference. We have defender Kevin O'Toole. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. We'll go with Scott.
Hey, Kevin. How are you? Scott Shirts and Stream Punk Soccer. Happy New Year, man.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks. Sorry, my internet connection's a little weak, so apologies in advance. But talk a little bit about this season right now, what it's like without Justin Haak in the backfield, without Mitja in the backfield, and just in general, what it's like working with the new guys. Thanks, man.
Yeah, obviously two guys that we'll miss a lot. Not only were they fantastic on the field for us last year, but really good locker room presences, and yeah, good friends. So we'll miss having them around the locker room. But yeah, I think it's been a really productive preseason so far. We've made a lot of steps over the last few weeks and building with the guys that we have in the locker room. And yeah, it's been exciting to see it develop on the field. And we'll have another challenge ahead of us in Coachella with a few more preseason matches to go.
Sean?
On Soccer Ladder Magazine. So today it was announced, and the voice that we're hearing from beyond that was able to get it out 2.5 hours before your league did, that your team will be hosting games at your new stadium for LA 28. What does that mean to you, knowing that your team, this building is not even completed yet, has already been selected to host such prestigious, such large-scale games?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. I saw the news today as well. My family was chatting about it in our family group chat. Yeah, it's just great that, you know, there's like a hub for soccer in New York City now. It's something the city hasn't really had, you know, especially in the 5 boroughs. So to have that opportunity to host, you know, really big global events, it's really exciting. And I think it's a testament to, you know, the organization that has been able to put it together. It's obviously really difficult to manage, you know, stuff like that in New York City. And so the fact that we've got it, you know, above ground now, and yeah, it's exciting to have for it to be home for us as well.
Michael?
Hey, Kevin, it's Mike Andrew from Blue City Radio. Thanks as always for the time.
Yeah, of course.
We weren't able to watch the game against Boston, but you finished up the regular season last year and some of the games in the playoffs playing a more advanced role at times. And I'm just curious with the lineup, where you played, and if you see your role being in a more advanced position sometimes this year.
Yeah, there were a couple games last year. Obviously, I stepped into the midfield role, and so it was a similar spot against Austin, kind of playing side by side with Keaton in the first half there. And yeah, I really enjoy that position. Just kind of like being on the ball and connecting play, and yeah, finding myself in different positions up the field. And so it's an exciting challenge for me, and you know, perhaps one that I might be asked to play a bit more this season. Just kind of you know, given week to week injuries or kind of tactics on the game day. So yeah, it's exciting to, you know, earn the coach's trust in that spot and the trust of my teammates. And yeah, I look forward to playing it in the future if that's what's asked of me.
Amelia?
Hi, Kevin. Nice to meeting you. I'm Amelia. I'm from Margarita Televisión, and today I wanted to ask you, during your transition from attack to defense, what cues do you focus on to anticipate counterattacks while maintaining the team's structural integrity? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for the question. It's something we speak about a lot, you know, in the video meetings. Kind of, we call it rest defense, and kind of positioning yourself in anticipation of a turnover. And so, yeah, it's something that's been harped on by Pascal and the coaching staff. In order to, you know, be a dangerous offensive team, we need to have structure behind the ball in order to pick up second balls and put out any potential counterattacks from our opposition. So just kind of like being aware of your surroundings and understanding how many players we have behind the ball. You know, if we're in a numbers even situation or in a +1 is what we strive for, then it's kind of best to hold the position and let the attacking players have some freedom to go to goal. And then otherwise, if you know, we have enough coverage in the back, then we can look for our moments to advance and maybe throw an extra number into the box. So those are kind of the cues that we look for in our approach to shutting off the counterattack.
Oliver?
Thank you.
Oliver,
Hi,
go
thank
ahead.
you. This is Oliver Strand with Hudson River Blue. I want to do kind of a vibes check with you. Last year, preseason, it seems like that there was a lot of new faces, not least of all the head coach, and a couple of positions were open on squad. This year, it seems to be more settled, but I want to get your impression. How does the squad feel this preseason compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a bit of change in the squad. We've had guys leaving the group and then guys sort of on longer term injuries. A few of which were really key parts of the team, and so they'll definitely be missed for the first few months of the season. And we anticipate them coming back to full strength and picking up right where they left off. So I would say in that sense, from the guys that we had last year, like the group has felt a bit thinner in this preseason, but we've had a lot of new guys step in and do exceptionally well in the preseason and kind of shown their qualities. And so whether it's homegrown guys, draft picks, I think there's a lot of talent that's come into the group, and there's been a lot of opportunity as well because there's been a lot of guys that have picked up injuries or left the club. So I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of the younger guys in the group to sort of try to establish themselves quickly. I think we await a player to join the group as well.
Alejandro?
Hey, how's it going, my friend? First, my question is going to be, Kevin, how you see yourself in this season? And my second question is going to be, how does you help the new younger players in the team with your experience that you have right now with the team?
Yeah, I think having discussions with the younger players is something I really enjoy doing, and obviously it's important for the team, but also I definitely see myself in their shoes, especially some of the draft guys coming into a preseason where your trialist can be a difficult experience, and you're not exactly sure how you're performing on a day-to-day basis, but kind of just being a sounding board for them and kind of sharing my experiences in my first preseason is something I enjoy doing, and I hope they can take away some good messages from it. It's obviously a very young team, and it's kind of crazy that I'm in my 5th year now, and I find myself as one of the senior guys in the group. And so just kind of understanding my role in the team now is one of a bit more of a veteran than a rookie. So just sharing my experiences and kind of being an open book to some of the younger guys is something I really enjoy doing, and it's going to be key to our success this year too, because there are a lot of new faces and a lot of young players in the squad.
Thank you.
Javier?
Hey Kevin, it's Javier from the Boys. You kind of already mentioned it, but just wanted your take on do you see yourself taking more of a leadership role now that you are more of a veteran with 5 years under your belt? And then second, do you have any personal goals that you want to achieve this year?
100%. I think it's important to kind of establish a voice in the locker room, especially as one of the senior guys and as guys depart as well. It's honestly one of my primary goals this year is to have more of a voice in the locker room, more of a voice in the field, and kind of regardless of what's going on or off the pitch, just to be a positive influence and force for the guys in the team. So I would say that's one of my major goals. Another one, like team-wise, would be to lift a trophy. Obviously MLS Cup is a massive goal, and we got pretty close last year, but not close enough. But also I think the Open Cup is something that we've felt let down by ourselves in those matches, and it's something that personally would be really cool to advance to that tournament. And it's obviously a big opportunity to earn silverware, and you can't take any of those opportunities lightly. So any sort of trophy would be amazing, but I think taking each competition as seriously as possible is going to be key for us.
Joe?
Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Hey, Joe. Good, thanks.
I kind of want to go back a little bit to what Michael was talking about. And, since you've been with the club primarily a defender, and people may have forgotten that, one time you were a 2-time Ivy League Offensive Player of the Year. And now that Pascal's given you that opportunity at times to play a little more forward, what was the adjustment for you? Because I know you talked before about, kind of learning the outside back position a little more, especially at the professional level. And now that you're getting that opportunity to go more forward in games, is it just like kind of getting back on the bike, or did you still have to readjust to some things?
Yeah, thanks for your question. I think it's kind of just a change in perspective a little bit. Like from the outside back position, you can see the whole field to an extent. You take your first touch and you have kind of everything within your sight available to you, whereas stepping into the midfield, you need to be aware of your surroundings. You can receive pressure on your back or from either of your sides, and so kind of having your head on a swivel and being aware of 360 degrees rather than just like 180 degrees, which is what is required at the outside back position, is crucial. So just kind of internalizing that and understanding that my role in the midfield requires me to be a step quicker and a step sharper in my scanning. So that's kind of been the biggest adjustment moving into that spot. Not so much the getting around the pitch, because I think that's something that I can do in both positions. It's more the tactical awareness and scanning of the game.